Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Is It Worth It, the series where I share my review and my opinion for different video games that I've experienced. Today's video is about the father of all first-person shooters, and of course, I'm referring to the Doom series, and more specifically, its latest entry, Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal is a first-person shooter developed by ID Software and published by Bethesda in 2020 for all available consoles, and in June 2021 for all the next-gen consoles that are the Ps5 and Xbox Series X. The game is a direct sequel of the 2016 game. The game was highly anticipated, and upon its release it did extremely well and earned various nominations and awards. I personally didn't play Doom in the past, but this year I did experience the 2016 game and of course Eternal. To start things first, a small spoiler warning for the 2016 title. The game continues where its predecessor left. Doom Guy has been cast away by Samuel and began the Earth's doom by unleashing all sorts of hell. The story of Eternal proceeds where the previous one left, where Earth suffered from Hell's invasion, killing around 60% of humanity. The Doomslayer returns to Earth and he is ready to free the planet. The Doomslayer's first objective is to kill the 3 Hell Priests who worked under the angelic beast known as Maker, who wants to sacrifice the humans for her own race survival. Needless to say, the Doom Guy manages to kill the 3 priests after tracking each one down. With the death of the 3rd one, the Maker tries to prevent Doom Guy from reaching her, but it was pointless. Her plan was to resurrect a demon called the Icon of Sin to wipe out all humanity, but Doom Guy defeats her. This is not the end, as the Doom Guy knows he has to take down the Icon of the Sin so the Earth can be 100% safe. Through the story, the Doomslayer gets to know more about his past, where he came from, and what his goal is. The story finished, however, it also left it open to continue the story through a DLC. I won't spoil much, but let's just say that in order for true liberation to be achieved, the Doomslayer has to go face to face with the King of Hell himself, the Dark Lord. The first part of the DLC covers all the points till the release of the Dark Lord, and the second DLC is the Endgame War, the final war that includes the armies from both sides clashing with each other. The gameplay of Doom Eternal is focusing on fast-paced shooting that wants the player to be as aggressive as they want. The Doomslayer carries a variety of weapons that can be used in order to aid the Doomslayer on his journey. Certain weapons are very effective against others. For example, certain enemies can be beaten with headshots, while others can only be beaten by swallowing bombs. This makes the combat unique and wants the player to have quick reflexes in order to change to the appropriate weapon to counter the enemies. Ammunition can be found on the ground, however the game suggests that the player uses the chainsaw in order to kill mobs. Killing with chainsaw drops plenty of ammunition to the Slayer. Small enemies can be defeated with one use of chainsaw, while heavy enemies can use 3. On to the controls. Keep in mind, I customized some of my buttons so they may not be the same for you. You move around with L3 and then with R3. Pressing L3 will cause the Slayer to change his bomb ammunition, while pressing R3 will trigger the blood punch. When an enemy is flashing, L3 will cause a gory kill instead. X is used for jump and double jump. Circle is the ability to dash. Dash can be used for both dodging and covering distance. When upgraded, the Slayer can dash twice. After the first dash, a timer will start to reset it. Square is used for the chainsaw, which as I mentioned, drops ammunition. The chainsaw requires gas in order to fill, and when emptied, the chainsaw will charge at least once, so you will always have one chainsaw ability. I personally set triangle into weapon swap. Tapping it will allow the Slayer to change in between the 2 weapons currently equipped. Holding it down, however, will open the weapon wheel with all the weapons available to choose from. The weapons can be fired with R2. Holding down L2 is used for the alternative fire. To elaborate, each weapon has 2 special forms. For example, my favorite one, the rifle, has 3 forms. Its base form, its sniper ability, where holding down L2 will cause the zoom, and its missiles, where holding down L2 instead of zooming will lock 6 missiles that can be launched with R2. All the weapons have these 3 stages. It's basic and there are 2 alternations. Another example is the base shotgun. Holding down L2 will either throw grenades or make the shotgun sort of automatic. The player can change between weapon abilities by pressing the up arrow whilst equipped with the gun. The right arrow, whilst in the main game, will allow the Slayer to use his sword that one-shots everything, and while on the DLC, the second DLC, he will use the axe instead. L1 is used to set enemies on fire. Killing enemies whilst on fire will drop armor pieces. Last but not least, L1 will shoot the Slayer's grenades and frozen grenades. Grenades cause an explosion with plenty of damage, while frozen enemies will freeze the enemies within the radius and cause double damage upon them. In terms of post-game content, the game has 3 different games. The first 2 are all Doom games. Once the game's campaign is finished, the Doomslayer can play some classic Doom on his old computer within his room. On the same computer, the Slayer can experience another Doom game if the Slayer enters the right password. The final thing the game offers is an online mode where a player can be the Slayer and fight off different players who are the demons. Doom Eternal has plenty of collectibles. Some of them are in-game collectibles, whilst others are mainly cosmetics. The first type of collectibles in the game are maps and batteries. The maps are used to reveal the entire area of the map. The maps also reveal the location of all the other collectibles within the certain location. Most of the chapters also have 2 secret encounters and a Slayer gate. The secret encounters task the player to defeat certain enemies within a certain time limit. The Slayer gates are purple gates that require a purple key in order to open them. The Slayer gates are very challengeful that require the player to stay on their toes in order to win. Defeating the gate will reward the player with a special crystal. When all the gates are done, the crystals will be placed in the ship and unlock a powerful weapon. Blue crystals are crystals that boost the Slayer's ammo and health and rewards him with certain special passive abilities. The last 3 are coins, batteries, and mastery coins. Coins are given by Ghost Knights and can be used to boost the Slayer's abilities on the coin wheel. These abilities are relating to the Doom Guy's grenades and physical abilities. Mastery coins, on the other hand, are coins that when used, a weapon will be instantly mastered without doing the master's quest. Finally, batteries can be used within the ship to unlock gates with their own collectibles, such as coins and different armors. The other type of collectibles are cosmetic items. First things first, Doomguy is a figure collector and has an entire bookshelf full of figures. When interacting with the figure, the game shows the mob and its description. The second type of collectible are vinyl discs posted on the wall. These discs, upon interaction, will play and change the song on the background with the soundtrack from the disc. Furthermore, the next collectible are secret pages. These pages hold pieces of lore from all the games, characters, map, and others. Last but not least, there are floppy disks. These floppy disks hold cheat codes that can be used when replaying a certain mission. Cheat codes like immortality, unlimited bullets, funny sound effects, and fun interaction with the demons. Overall, Doom Eternal is a fun game. It offers quick-paced shooting game filled with platforming challenges and plenty of difficulty options for everybody to try it out. Map design is amazing, filled with challenges, collectibles, and enemies. The enemy variety is satisfyingly good, and their uniqueness makes usage of the entire Slayer's arsenal. The music is top tier like every Doom entry, and the game handles beautifully with the responsive buttons. The Ps5 upgrade is really good, giving the controller a nice feeling for each individual weapon. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comments below what are your thoughts on Doom Eternal and whether or not you're gonna play it. What's your favorite weapon? Mine, as mentioned, is the sniper rifle and the sword. Till then, take care and I'll see you all in the next one. See ya!